welcome to round 2 with Esper Planeswalkers. Pretty easy keep against a mulligan. This is probably going to fetch blue-white on turn 2, and I can have Fatal Push up. They're probably scrying right now, just based... Yeah, okay, so they kept. Magic Online leaves up the would you like to do whatever thing. Okay. Temple Garden matchup's pretty good. Temple Garden matchup's no longer good. I guess you do have a piece of what's important. I actually have multiple pieces of what's important. This actually is not as bad. You know, I've seen worse matches of Control versus Bogles. Or Hexproof, or whatever people are calling it these days. My hand's pretty good against anything that isn't just a second creature. I guess like Aura or a Coronet fetch land would be pretty bad for me. I need another white or blue source to Verdict. That's fine. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. Okay, well that's going to get pushed out of here. How do I want to do this? I think I just want to minimize damage taken. That'll fetch a white-blue. I can fetch white-black if my opponent has a second cartouche. Should be at 1 less life, technically, if my opponent had sequenced right. I'm going to take this extra damage because I want my opponent to assume that their warrior token's potentially good. Okay, this is good. It's actually very good for us. If that was a fetch land, we'd be in a very bad spot because our opponent could fetch Dryad Arbor in response to a Lily minus. Well, I don't know what their cards in hand are. Probably Path. And I want to... Actually, it's like super marginal. They could have something. I don't know what to protect that, so I actually want to do this in this exact order. So I can make the decision to push again in response if I need to. It's blue-white, and I need to play Swamp next turn. And then I just have to fade a Umbra on whatever follow-up creature. And my opponent should actually be pretty dead this game. If I get Mana-tithed, I will accept good beats. Awesome. Okay, we did it. Yeah, we just did it. Probably want to make myself... If my opponent does nothing, I just get to slam Gideon and the doors just close. Yeah, this is just over. And I want to discard Polluted Delta, I believe. What have they been? A Path? Yeah. Yeah, I can't imagine they're going anywhere fast this game. I mean, actually, they are going somewhere fast. Gideon's just going to kill them. I guess there was a marginal argument for playing around a Spirit Dancer a little bit, where I guess I could not play Gideon and wait till I have push up. That's just stupid because I have push Verdict and a Liliana sack. I have no idea how they could possibly beat that. I'm actually just sitting on just like a million pieces of good interaction. Yeah. It's kind of a weird matchup in terms of I think I want to board in Verdict and Spell Queller. Because the things I'm hiding under Spell Queller aren't really castable after a Verdict most of the time. I want to board up Path. Hooray! Flash Freeze does things. Counter Squall has an effect. Spell Quellers have an effect. These have an effect. Rest in Peace does nothing. Stony Silence does nothing. Disdainful Stroke does nothing. Collective Brutality is horrendous. Path to Exile is horrendous. Lingering Souls is a way to win the game. This targets, so it's pretty bad. Narset's actually passable because it makes Supreme Verdict beat Umbras. I think I just want to board out stupid 3-mana Gideon because I'd rather have Lingering Souls for more chump blocks. I only have 2 Lilianas, so I think I just want 2 pushes to break up crappy draws. This looks okay to me. Oh, I guess I'll try one and see if the emblem flies at all. I don't think the emblem's good, but there's a chance that I could layer enough Gideons that it's impossible for my opponent to win. This hand's pretty marginal, but I think I'm willing to keep it. It's problematic if they have an Umbra, but otherwise this hand's good, like really good. So this has to fetch. Okay, well they mulligan, I'm sap keeping. I have to think about what I want to fetch with everything. Because this has to get a white source because of the Supreme Verdict, most likely. Yeah, this is also the reason. If my opponent, you can't mulligan to discard hands because there's a chance that you just lose the game to ley line. Okay, this is fine. So this needs to fetch a white for the Verdict, which means it can't fetch a black. Does leaving out Fatal Push make sense? I guess I could just assume I'm going to hit another white somewhere along the line if I hit a 4th land. There aren't that many lands that don't make white in the deck. So if I do this fetches black, blue, and then I have blue. Yeah, this is fine. I can visions later. I have most things under lock. I just want to make sure that a Dryad Arbor doesn't get underneath my actions here. And then I think the other thing that I need to avoid is getting Spirit Danced. Next turn's interesting too. I think I just play the untap. I fetch and then play the untap Godless Shrine. Okay, this looks good. Okay, yeah, that's getting right on out of here. Actually, I want blue-black so I can visions and... Yeah, this way I can visions and counter squall in a same turn. Okay. So here... I don't actually know if leaving a counter squall is good. So I'm just going to fire this and play a tap land. Just get this in under whatever's going. I guess that's... Well, let's see. Flash Freeze is an acceptable draw for the medium term. And I want to put that on bottom. And I want a white source. There we go. And then pass. And then I'll have white. And then, yeah, my opponent's not doing anything. So this should be relatively locked up. Because I have the Flash Freeze, I just sit on doing nothing until I can Lingering Souls with counter backup. If I didn't have a way to counter a creature, I'd be a little more aggressive with my plays. Okay, so I can just visions here and still have counter up. That's really good, and that's really good. And then is Liliana... Oh, Liliana doesn't do anything. I guess it kind of... I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's like... I can actually chip away at my opponent's cards. I probably should have shipped to Liliana. I forgot about Leyline here. Just defaulted to the card being good. But I guess we just get to hang out and beat our opponent to death with 1/1 flyers. And great job, Hexproof is just... I don't... I think the deck needs a full, like, extra set of... let's not tap that one. Let's tap this. No. Let's do everything right. Control Z's. And let's do this. I now technically have double counter up. I don't know why it would matter. And this is just a matter of me killing my opponent. 14. I'm going to fetch a blue-white on their end step because the push activation doesn't matter. No. No, disallowed. Yep, that is a card in my deck. You got to mix it up against these Titan nonsense players these days. No. Okay. Wow, my opponent is just like, they just have nothing. They've just drawn... Okay, sure, and I want this... I'm just going to plus this right now and see what happens. I'm probably just going to whiff because this card doesn't do anything. Let's see. Ooh, well, I get to let my opponent know that they're super, super dead. They can't play non-creature spells or they die, and if they just play all creatures, they die. Right. Yeah, like, I'm just going to rant about this card forever later. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah, I struggle. I guess, like, the Supreme Verdict thing was kind of cool in this matchup, but not hugely relevant. So they're at 7, which means they're virtually dead? Okay, sure. Great. You can cast... okay, cool. I could force my opponent to attack. Okay, yeah. See, this is Narset at her best. I don't actually think this single tech edge is doing a lot, and I guess being untapped is a big deal. I was kind of wondering if this deck should have Celestial Colonnades instead of something. Just like another way to actually close. opponent's tanking on if they can actually get lifelink on their creature. I mean, they probably could, but they'd be at -1 first. Yeah. Well, I guess the ultimate on this is unbeatable for hexproof. You know, assuming they have literally nothing in play. I also like how the Magic Online cards have the little holofoil authenticity stamp, and it's like properly applied. It's just kind of super weird to me. Like, you know, these digital cards definitely aren't fake. See, we told you they aren't. I just, it's a detail that I kind of, the fact that it displays one in hand is just weird to me. Yep, okay, we're going to counter that. Mostly because you're dead. No, more than mostly. Oh man, even if their spell was uncounterable, I could just play both of the counter spells and kill them. This is not remand wording worse conditioned. No, no, you're gonna go to negative life. Nicely done, deck. And there we go. We defeated a deck that is... I think the Hexproof deck really needs... It would need another 4/1 mana Hexproof creatures and like another armor / Rancor level attacking enchantment to really be good. Right now, at least. It was okay when the format was powered down, and it's just fell very far behind over the years. Because none of the cards that get added, like cartouches or whatever, actually increase your clock or make you more consistent.